Ki khubor ka Batesi TV.
Ka umdi basnyam bat penjaslian. Rupa Premium Meghalaya.
Menteri Ketenaga Social Welfare uba polling do ula penpau ya ka Jingkhaïi ka baskem ba ka Jylla kan job ya ka Jingkhaïi Drok da ka ba penisrim bat ka Jingjob jong ka sorkar Mynshwa ya ki kam Lehnoh tang da ka ba pendon kam ya ka bor pulet klem da khot ya ki sipai kum ki weipat ki Jylla ha ka nigathan Hadian balapan ko buram ya ki prangot ki pulet jong ka anti narcotic task force ka Jylla ha ka arphoi terek unailar arajar arpsan hadian ka jingyok kurap perangsyan ya ki jingdi penbuat ki basyongdor sau klur tingka ha East Jylla Hills District uba pol ula penpau baka jingkiu jong ka Jylla ha ka bayakun ya ki jingdi penbuat ha ka bala yok kurup ya ki marbean ki basyongdor palan sau phoklur
Constable Mark Donald Khalkamot. UB Constable Lam Prang Kiam. WPAB Constable Catherine Lingdo Hongstein.
'23, '24, '25, so there has been increasing trend. So even this year also almost we have arrested close to 100, 95 people so far. But there are two different types of trafficking. One is the consumer base, which they target the youth of Meghalaya. Other one is transit purpose. So transit purpose sometimes because of intense checking and catches, both in Lehnoh and Jylla Hills. So some drug traffickers have chosen alternative routes to supply to other states. So maybe that is why there is reduction in the little bit of seizures. But whichever is they are planning to target to Meghalaya, so they have to take it to the transit route of Jylla or Lehnoh. So those kind of cases have increased, and we have been very successful in those seizures in the recent years. There is also district ANTFs in all the districts, not just in Lehnoh and Jylla Hills, but Lehnoh and Jylla being the entry and exit points, and as a for the main national highway, so it's more vulnerable for drug transportation. So we are closely working with the district ANTFs of the respective districts. And if you see the seizures in recent times, so we have been focusing especially in entry exit points because the quantity of drug seizures are huge in these both districts because they bring in large quantities. But once they try to pass inside these districts, then they try to divide among different drug peddlers. So we have been close, I'm in touch with these both districts, and recently also that seizure of 4 crores and 40 lakhs in a single day was a joint operation of ATF and the Jylla District Police. So that already in the presentation we can tell you. I don't have one. So these are already shared with in the presentation only. So we have a total seizure of around 40,000, around 41,000 grams of heroin in the last 5 years. Then 12,756 kgs of ganja. Then 2 kgs of opium, then yaba tablets around 76 kgs, crystal meth 14 kgs, then other psychotropic substances around 16 kgs, then codeine cough syrup around 1,24,000 bottles. So the total value of seizure is around more than 412 crores so far, and of which we have already destroyed half of them in the Jylla Star Cement. Almost having around 25 officers and personnel along with the administrative staff also. This is how the state ATF.
So when K9 is
So coming in October, we are expecting after training they will be joining our team in October.
By November will be 15.
15.
October 15th.
November
November it will be 15.
50. It's barely 7 months since we had the launch of this directorate, inauguration of this directorate by our Honorable Chief Minister, Deputy Chief Minister in charge home, where I was also present. And since then, ANTF has been growing from strength to strength. In terms of space, we are here in a small room. But when it comes to our mission and our aspirations, they are beyond any capacity to be quantified. And we would like to continue to pursue with that mission more. Because it is this very vital operation and the task before us will decide what kind of future the state of Meghalaya will have. I have made an effort to get this program organized here today because a lot of the time the police department keeps drawing flag, keeps drawing undue criticism. Just a few months back, when the infamous murder at Sora occurred, even before the case could be solved and even before the victim could be immediately found, the body of the victim could be found. I think I should share this with you with a lot of pride that I spoke to the media and said that we have a very efficient police department. The name of Meghalaya will be cleared and the Meghalaya police will come out stronger after that episode. When I had said turned to be otherwise, I would have had X on my face and probably even had to tender my resignation as minister, because I had said that Meghalaya is safe, the police are doing a commendable job, and we will crack this case. Today is another milestone because our personnel just last week itself have been able to nab contraband worth over 4 crore rupees in just one single seizure. People armed with mobile phones, sitting in their couches and watching the TV and at the same time hooked to their mobile phones, can say a lot of things about what should be done. But it is our boys and girls, it is our officers and our men in the field who have to do the challenging task of breaking the backbone of the supply chain, for which Meghalaya is a lucrative transit point because of its geographical location. It's so easy to be an armchair critic and offer solutions to all problems that Meghalaya has. But to actually be there, leading from the front and proving your mettle day after day, that takes courage, that takes conviction, that takes dedication. So, however small this gathering, let us at least have one more round of applause for all are men and women in uniform. Our lungs every time we sign important files in the Secretariat. You do not hoist your flag every time there is a major catch. Yet we achieve results. Today, any media person can ask how is it that the drug scene in Meghalaya has become so bad. The one thing I can share with you is that apart from being a transit point, Meghalaya also faces challenges because this is a scene that was not envisaged even 10 years ago. Yet we have proved that we are capable, and going through the reports, the presentation, the total worth of contraband seized, which has crossed 400 crores, shows that we have the professionalism, the capacity, and the willpower to deal with this problem and ensure that it is wiped out. It is a simple case for the drug scene in our state. It's simply a matter of kill or be killed. We either succumb to it or we emerge victorious. We either become victims or we turn out to be victors. Therefore, I would sincerely urge each one of us who are in this room and those who will be viewing this speech later on through various news channels that Meghalaya, I am sure, will turn victorious. We have managed to break the bone of insurgency. One of the few states that insurgency was ultimately wiped out simply through the police department. We did not call in the army. Other states had to do that. Nagaland has had to do that. Mizoram has had to do that. Punjab has had to do that. The Maoist Naxalite region has had to do that. Assam has had to do that. Meghalaya was one of the few states that dealt with insurgency using its own police force. How many of us are even aware of that? We're not aware because we take things for granted.